Hey folks, Chris Waters here. Our continuing live coverage of San Diego Comic-Con continues. Super smooth. Joining me on stage now, if you've been on the internet before, which you have, you probably heard of her. Veronica Belmont is here. Veronica, you are internet personality of many. You wear many hats.
A lot of hats.
And there's no place that like lots of hats are worn by more people than at Comic-Con.
Absolutely.
And so, like, what's one of the things you're doing, professionally here?
Professionally, I'm doing a lot of videos for WalkingDead.com.
Okay.
So we have this zombie survival machine that we're showing off at our booth, and you can build your own zombie survival machine with our app. And I'm really excited about that. It's fun. This car is kind of crazy.
What does it involve? Like, what is a zombie survival machine like? Is it sort of test your metal, or?
It's more about like surviving, not dying during the zombie apocalypse. I mean, it's got like machine guns on it. Has a big 50 cal.
Oh, so this is like if you could build a machine to be your little survival tool, what would you put on it?
Well, it's like it's an automobile, so it's huge. So it's like a mini tank basically. It's got barbed wire on it. It's got knives everywhere. It's got flamethrowers on the side. It's pretty unreal.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah,
but
the guys from Galpin Auto Sports.
Is intense.
Did you ever watch Pimp My Ride?
Yes.
Back in the day? Well, Mad Mike from Galpin Auto Sports is one of the people who worked on this.
Really?
And so they did a pretty phenomenal job.
Pimp My Ride, not for luxury, but for survival in the brutal post-apocalyptic wasteland.
They were saying it was one of the cooler projects they ever worked on,
Nice.
and it definitely shows in the final product.
All right, so that's Walking Dead. I mean, obviously, if you folks have been watching the stream here, you've heard the walker walking by.
Is there someone around?
Yeah, there's someone who's been walking by, doing the rounds, the guy with a bullhorn, and just like that great zombie makeup.
Yeah.
For me, what makes it is the like clouded over contacts.
It's creepy.
Yeah,
we're doing zombie makeup at our booth too. So if you want zombie makeup, and if you're at Comic-Con, you can come down to our booth and get a makeover.
And get all that. All right, so that's one of your professional endeavors here. But personally, you are a veteran of many Comics Con,
yes.
I would imagine.
Comics Con.
What do you like about it? What brings you back? What is like? All right, Comic-Con's coming around.
Right.
Yes, I got job to do, but like I'm excited to go to it.
I just love seeing all my friends.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one of the only times of year where I can get like all my different friends from all over the country to come down and get to hang out and see all the cool stuff that we're all really passionate about, and have a few drinks, get a little wild and crazy.
One or two.
So that's probably my favorite part. That's one of my favorite parts about going to cons in general, I would say.
The camaraderie.
Yeah.
So what's something you're passionate about this year in particular?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm obsessed with Dexter.
Oh, really?
Dexter is like my favorite show, and it's back on the air finally, and it's the last season, and so I'm trying to I got spoiled a couple of years ago.
Oh no.
With I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched through the whole series.
A certain dramatic event. I don't know.
A very certain dramatic death that scarred me. I learned about it at Comic-Con by accident on a giant 30-foot poster hanging in the convention hall. And I was like,
no!
What? No! So,
and you drop to your knees and scream to the heavens.
Basically.
Yeah,
so now
as you do.
I've learned to make sure I'm caught up on all my favorite shows before I go to an event like this, because chances are you're going to get spoiled.
You're going to get spoiled. Like normally, you can, if you're just surfing the internet, you can avoid certain sites. You can be careful on Twitter, but
not when there's 150,000 people around talking about
much.
The same thing. It's not quite so easy.
Not here.
Yeah.
All right, so what else you got going on here besides the zombie situation?
Okay, so I'm also doing work with Geek and Sundry, which of course is Felicia Day's web channel over on YouTube, and we're doing a tabletop night where you can come and play tabletop games. Nice. I think Will Wheaton's going to be there, I'm pretty sure. I know he's floating around here somewhere.
I mean, I feel like if there's a tabletop night event and he's within 50-mile radius, he kind of perks up and gravitates towards it.
Someone's playing a tabletop game.
There's a game on a tabletop somewhere.
I hear Munchkin. Munchkin is happening somewhere in the vicinity. So yeah, we're gonna do some fun stuff with that. We're having a meetup for our sci-fi fantasy romance book club called Vaginal Fantasy.
Okay.
That's me and Felicia and Bonnie Burton, and actually Kyla couldn't make it because she got sick, so she can't be at Comic-Con this year, unfortunately. But the three of us will be there tomorrow.
Do you read books or write books or discuss books?
We discuss and read books. It's a book club. So we get together every month and we talk about the selection for that month and get real drunk and do it on a Google Hangout.
That's what a book club is all about.
Exactly.
What's this month's book?
This month's book is called Swords Point by Ellen Kushner. And I'm it's kind of like a Regency novel, so it's written in a very specific kind of way, and it's taking me a little bit of time to get into it. And it's also not quite as romancy as some of our other selections, so
Not lighting the fire just yet?
Not lighting the fire, but
All right.
I'm hoping it has some more build-up to it towards the end, so we'll see what happens.
Nice. Well, it sounds like your schedule's pretty packed.
It is. I'm going home on Saturday morning.
What's the thing that you're like making sure to cram in the next like 24 hours before you leave?
Food.
Very
you forget
important.
to eat.
Yep.
No, I don't know. I don't actually have any panels that I'm planning on going to. I know there was tonight I think there's a panel with Max Brooks about zombies. That sounds really awesome. He wrote the Zombie Survival Guide in World War Z.
Yes.
So he's doing a panel tonight. There's tons of panels for Game of Thrones, which is another one of my favorites, of course. But I can't stand in line that long. I get my old back gets tired, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
And also, when there's so much here, deciding to sink 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, into waiting in line, it's a tough choice.
I've got two parties that both start at 7 o'clock tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Look, ladies got responsibilities.
I know. Got places to be. Yeah, so first world problems. Got too many parties to go to at Comic-Con, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, the trials and tribulations
right.
of being at Comic-Con. Yeah, it's fun to like even have our stage here. We're glad you could come by just to see like we're perched here, and it's just like people watching extravaganza.
It's a great spot you guys got. It's pretty phenomenal. Do you know what Red Reddington is? I'm unfamiliar with this IP.
All right, so
they've been really promoting it everywhere.
So there's a big restaurant, folks, on the corner over here that just gets sort of taken over every year by, I think it's usually TV shows.
Yes.
And so
That's
Red Reddington, I think it's a new TV show. It looks like
I'm a little scared that I'm losing like
the way
major
his
nerd
hat
friends.
is. He kind of looks like those guys on Fringe, the dudes in the suits.
Yeah.
He's kind of got that look to
That
him,
vibe.
like the behind the scenes kind of puppet master look to him.
I didn't know there was a new Godzilla movie coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard about it from my cousin, who is like the biggest Godzilla fan, and he's demanded that I find Godzilla photos for him.
Yeah.
Do you know where I can do that?
Okay, no. Wait, for here? No, I don't.
Yes, here.
Actually,
Yeah.
there's a Godzilla booth next to where we're having the Walking Dead black carpet tomorrow night.
Okay.
There's a big like Godzilla showcase area. I haven't seen it yet. All I know is that everyone keeps saying, if you want to find our party, it's right next to the Godzilla
It's right
booth.
next to Godzilla?
Yeah.
All right, you
So
gotta
just look out
imagine
for
if there's a
Godzilla.
Godzilla booth, it's gonna be easy to find.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Somehow I
huge.
missed it last night. I will venture back in.
Uh-oh.
Now things are magically appearing on the table. So, Veronica, this brings up the question. We're going to be giving this stuff away, but
Okay.
is there swag? Is there stuff that you come here to purchase that you like try to take home with you?
I purposely overpack a small luggage bag so I have no room to buy
Oh,
stuff
really? It's like a
because
defending yourself
it's
against
a preventative
yourself.
measure.
Yeah.
I have done that in the past, and my husband, when I get home, is like, you don't need this stuff. There's too much stuff
Where
in the
are
house.
we putting this stuff? I don't
Exactly.
understand.
So I'm trying to stay away, but I did find an amazing booth where they do cat portraits of famous geek icons. So you can get like Sherlock and Holmes, but as cats.
As cats?
And they look great. They
Is
look
that
so
over
good.
the artist alley? Like.
It's over in Hall A.
Nice.
So that's the best directions I can give
All right.
to
Well,
it.
let's take a look at some of this stuff. We'll see
Ooh,
what you
hello.
think. What do we have here?
Oh,
Man of
looks like we got
Steel.
Man of Steel.
Yep. These are action figures because you can see the joints are articulated, and these guys are brawling. Let's see.
In the style of the film, of course.
Indeed, branded after the what's his name? Henry
Cavill.
Yep.
And Michael, what is his name? It's going to drive me crazy. He's like the best. Michael Shannon.
Yes.
It's Michael Shannon. Yeah, he's one of my favorite character
His
actors
jaw
on
is
TV.
his chin is incredible.
Yeah.
So we're going to be giving this one away. You folks want to follow us on GameSpot, Twitter, and should we make up a question for this?
What would be
do
a
you
good
think?
question?
Superman versus General Zod. Are you a Superman fan?
Yeah, Superman's a little too goody two shoes for me. I like him. He's okay. But
So all right. So who
he's
are
not
you?
my favorite superhero.
So if you can guess who Veronica Belmont's favorite superhero is,
Oh gosh.
is that going to be easy?
Let's see.
Or is that going to be tricky? Can you give him a hint?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Can you give him a hint, maybe?
If I give any hint, it's going to be obvious.
Okay.
All right. I'll do a really hard one.
A little goody two shoes. So we'll give that away.
You may see him enjoying some shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits?
Yeah.
Excellent. So if you folks want to win the Superman Man of Steel Superman versus General Zod,
what is Veronica Belmont's favorite superhero? You may see him eating shrimp and grits. Tweet us your answer to @GameSpot. And follow Veronica on Twitter as well at
Veronica.
Veronica. Next up, we've got Jumpin' Jammers.
You would not want to be wearing these right now in the San Diego
Captain
heat.
Jammers says, in the bedroom, there is only one true hero.
Oh, these, I bought a Jumpin' Jammer for my intern on Sword and Laser. I got her the Star Wars one. There it is. It's that one. I bought her that one.
You bought her that? That's kind of
her,
nice.
I bought her that one.
I think it's got feet.
Of course it has feet.
What? What am I, crazy?
But you know what's sad about these? What they do not have, which doesn't make any sense to me at all? There's no flap in the butt.
Oh, there's no butt flap?
How are you gonna go to the bathroom?
Come on, what kind of PJs
you have
are
to take
these?
the whole thing off.
I don't know, if you're crafty, maybe you can improvise something.
Yeah.
But if you want Superman pajamas, just, you know, tell us what lullaby Clark Kent's
Geeky
dad.
lullaby? Are there any geeky lullabies?
Lullabies? Geek lullaby titles, all right? So think of a popular lullaby and rename it. Set it in a comic world or something like that.
Write a
you know,
verse.
if you're feeling, preference will be given to verses, and send that one over to us via Twitter. And the last thing we've got here, let's take a look at this. Masters of the Universe Classics.
Wow.
So here's a question. It says Rock On and Stondar.
Are you going to open it?
Yeah, I'm going to open it. Do you not want to see what
not a
Rock On
very
and Stondar look like? They
Whoa.
must be dudes encased in rocks.
It will help.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I'm helping.
So naturally, Rock On and Stondar, they curl up into rocks and they look like rocks.
That's
Awesome.
a good ability to have.
Tell us what your Masters of the Universe name would be for yourself and explain why. It basically just has to involve simple nouns or verbs associated with very clear characteristics about yourself. And you can win that one. All right.
Would you be an igneous rock? Would you be...
That is way too specific.
No, okay.
Rock in general.
I would be an igneous rock.
Do you have brown hair? You're like you're like
That's
brunetta.
Brunetta.
Like, that's how simple we're talking here. All right, Veronica, thank you so much for coming on and taking a little look at our swag, telling us what you're up to here. Anything else you want to mention to the folks?
No, I'm really kind of annoyed at myself for picking like one of the silliest superheroes of all time. That everyone's gonna be like, really? That's your favorite?
Really? One of your
Really,
favorites, because
Veronica?
you can really
That's
choose
your
just
favorite?
one favorite.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're Veronica. That's
Veronica,
stupid. Yeah, I know.
And you can let her know at Veronica.
Yes, you can.
Awesome, folks. Thank you so much for joining us here. We are going to throw now to a lengthy booth tour. Homer Rabara took us to one of the awesomest booths on the show floor every year. It's Sideshow Collectibles. They have some spectacular stuff, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Take a look.